Let's take a minute to hear a word from our sponsor for this week's Ag Report, Elite Tire.
Elite Tire and Automotive. Ever have one of those days and just need a little hand? Well, with our remote services, we'll just hop right on it. Get you back on the road quick and easy. With automotive services to cover all your mechanical needs. Need that state inspection done? Well, we can do that too. So roll on in and see a friendly face. Give us a call and we can be right on the spot to assist you. So trust the friendly folks down at Elite Tire and Automotive, 972-775-1055.
Now let's join our host, John Paul Dineen, in the studio with this week's Ag Report.
Folks, welcome to this week's Ag Report. So, we have been getting a unprecedented amount of rainfall all through May. And, you've probably seen the memes of, Texans trying to mow their yard on the one day that it's dry and that kind of stuff. And, that is true. But I just wanted to give you some extra things to think about a little bit, where it has been raining a lot and certainly your yards are waterlogged, hard to get into. Maybe the grass is getting tall and hard to mow, that kind of stuff. But usually, if you have a day of sunshine, you can get in there and take care of your yard, as long as it's, not raining down on you, that kind of stuff. You usually don't have to wait 4 and 5 days after the sun has started coming out to mow your yard. Okay, you can do it a little timelier than that. For those of us in agriculture, we've got a wheat crop standing in the field, ready to be harvested. We have got one of the better prices for that wheat crop that we have had in many, many years. Okay, goodness, probably 8-9 years since we've had a good crop, good price like that. But when we need to harvest that field, it is extremely muddy, and it takes more than one day of sunshine to change that. We have to take equipment, the combines in there. Those combines, when they're full and ready to be offloaded, they're probably weighing around 60,000 pounds, 70,000 pounds, something like that. That is a tremendous amount of weight to try to be driving around a wet field. Thus is why it takes many days to get dry enough. Even when we get that combine in there and we can get some grain out, even if we only cut half loads, we only cut it half full to keep the weight down. So you've got a truck on a turn row to get loaded, and those are grass waterways. Those can be dirt roads, that kind of stuff, even gravel roads before we ever get back to the pavement. Those semi trucks is what we use nowadays. Very seldom do you see a bobtail, anymore. So you're talking about 80,000 pounds trying to get up onto that pavement. A good friend of mine just last week, like I say, day or two of sunshine, tried to go and cut some wheat in Hill County. They loaded it onto the grain cart, which that job is to pick the load up in the field from the combine, shuttle it out to the truck that's parked, on the road. They were on a gravel road, county road down there. But because of all of the moisture, and that cart had about 1,100 bushels in it. So there's about 66,000 pounds worth of wheat there, about $7,000-8,000 worth of grain in that cart. And as he pulled up to the truck to get ready to offload, the shoulder, the gravel of the road collapsed, and the grain cart turned over and spilled $8,000 worth of grain into the bar ditch there. And so that's, what I'm talking about when we've got all of this moisture like this and we're completely saturated. It's not just one problem, it's multiple things. So we've got to have that combine be able to get in there. We've got to have those grain carts get out to service the trucks, and the trucks be able to get on the road before we ever get this crop to town. The other big thing that is going on is called sprout or sprout damage. Okay. Because that crop is mature and ready. Okay. And we'll try and explain, it is grain that is in the heads. Okay. That grain is literally a seed for another crop potentially. Okay. In this form, we're talking about harvesting grain, but if we were planting in the fall, this same grain would be called seed. Well, because of continual moisture and continual dampness every day, most every day, then that seed and that grain is starting to grow like it was put in the ground. So there will be a root, a sprout coming off of it. That's called sprout damage. Really bad. You can get completely turned down a whole load because of sprout damage. At the very least, you'll get severely penalized on the price for sprout damage. Now, that's something that you truly are not going to know till you get it in the truck or get it harvested, and you can lay it out under a light magnifying glass and start looking and doing some counts of how bad it is going to be. But that is something that is in the back of all of our minds that have wheat standing in the field, is what amount of sprout damage are we going to have in there, and what's that discount going to look like. So that's kind of what's going around Ellis County and really across the state of Texas. There's very few parts of Texas that haven't been in a continual rainfall event. You get far west or, maybe up in the Panhandle, that kind of stuff, but it's pretty widespread. So, anywhere around the Metroplex here, we're all in the same boat. We're just kind of standing around waiting to get in the field, waiting for it to dry up. So just wanted to kind of share that with you. I know y'all seen all the lawnmower memes and that kind of stuff, but I just wanted to take it a couple of steps further and just share with you from a producer what's really going on there, what we're waiting for, and why you may drive by and go, well, it's sunny today, why aren't they working? There's a whole lot more that goes into it. So as always, if you have questions about what goes on in agriculture, reach out to the Waxahachie Sun. We're happy to answer your questions. Y'all take care now.